Hey everyone, Xadi here. Special shout out to my dragon family on US2. I started making these videos for them. Today we're running a gold Tempest Reach raid in Villagers and Heroes. If you made it to this video and don't know what Villagers and Heroes is, check out the links in the description for more information and to download the game so you can come join us too. A little info for you. I'm combat level 95 with 5 rebirths and my dungeoneering level is 24 here. I'm running my Fab 4 crafted consumables, breakfast, dinner, mana roll, and a dram. I prefer Liberty Dram just because I hate being stunned, but use whatever feels right to you, and for those lower level players out there, the Liberty Dram has a reduced effectiveness in raids because of how the debuffs are set up. So just use what works best for you. Alrighty, without further ado, let's raid! Heading into the rotting wharf here, I'd like to take out the ranged mobs in a group first. Then I drag the melee mobs with me to the next group. Rinse and repeat for each group. This group here is all melee, so I use my Noxious Shot to tag them and head to the next group. This group is all ranged, so I'm going to drop them all, then head to the next group. In gold tier, Stormbringer has a new mechanic. He goes into his shield 3 times during battle and a large conductor spawns. He won't take damage inside of his shield, so we'll need to build a conductor chain from him to the main conductor, so the main conductor can overload his shield and drop it for us. Then we can fight again. I seem to have missed one. Okay, deactivate the conduit. Now it's Stormbringer time. Before you know it, he's in his first shield. Well, I learned something. Don't use Parasite on Stormbringer when he's going into his shield. He'll stay rooted to the spot. I can see where his shield is though, so I'm just going to start there. I'll drop my first small conductor here. Make sure not to go too far. You need these circles to overlap. If they don't, the electricity can't flow through. Did you see that? Conductors, mobs, and players all count as entities for the purpose of the chain. So even though my conductors weren't close enough, the mobs and I were in line and the current flowed through us. A chain can be up to 14 entities long and will chain to the nearest entity. So if you have a bunch of mobs clumped around you or the conductors, this can cause your chain to malfunction. If your chain is built and there are still mobs, drag the mobs away from the chain to allow the main conductor to flow through properly. This is a mechanic that, if everyone knows what they're doing, has the possibility to be executed quickly in a large group. By having the tank pull all the mobs away from the line, the other 14 players can all line up Red Rover style from the boss to the main conductor and pop. Rinse and repeat. Tugs with players that don't know the mechanic is what will kill that strategy though, but for those of you out there that run with a dedicated group, this can really speed up your run if everyone knows what to do. For small groups, remember that you can also use your toons as conductors. You count as entities also, so you can use a combination of conductors and players to make the chain to speed up your raid. Some fancy footwork to take advantage of the mobs being in line. Oh no, I don't think that's close enough. Nope, I'll need another. Ta-da! Time to finish off Stormbringer. On to the abandoned Hamlet. For the sake of time, I'm skipping all unnecessary mobs. I'll tag one here or there to keep up my glory count, but for me, I've found Tempest isn't a kill everything place at Golden Up. Alright, now that he's dead, we're going to grab a charge from the power well. We'll need to activate the conduits in the correct order or the puzzle will reset and we'll have to try again. We all saw this in Silver tier though, so you should be used to it at this point. Blue means correct and you'll receive more charge to continue on to the next conduit. Red means incorrect and you'll need to go get a new charge and start over. I didn't think I'd make it, so I grabbed a charge just in case. I've been bitten by that before. Orrux applies a debuff to you that increases your cooldown time. You're going to want to use those orbs to cleanse yourself of the debuff. As for the towers, they emit an AoE around them. What do? Honestly, I have no idea. I drop them quickly and move on. That's for future Xadi to figure out. And here we just drop the mobs and bounty and move on. This area is way too large to drag the mobs around like we did in Rotten Wharf. So just drop them and drop your melee on the way to the next group. Or however the heck you want to do it. Just drop them and move on. Next stop, Blackrock Ravine. I'm going to drop this mob here to keep my glory count up. Now on to Xoroth. Don't even touch him. Aggro him, then go grab your little guys. Drag them into the storms to charge them up. Once they reach 5 charges, kill them next to Xoroth. This will remove 5 charges from Xoroth. If you can drag the mobs into stacked storms, they will charge up faster because of the multiple storms. So if you're near a stack, take advantage of that. This fight isn't hard exactly, but it takes patience. Don't be too quick to attack. If he still has charges and you can't drop him before he heals, he'll heal up and gain more charges. So not only is some of his health back, but now you have to remove even more total charges than you started with. So just be patient. Do a status check every now and then to see how many charges the big guy has left. I needed some crafted health pots here and some premium pots. I don't normally use premium pots. They just kind of stack up over time for me, so I was cool with that. Grab your mob and charge it while you're looking for your other mob. Once you find it, tag it and bring it along. Now that his charges are gone, we're going to drop him nice and fast. We have one more bounty before Telemachus. If you ever get lost in here, look for the stairs. I had a moment there where I started to go the wrong way, so just look for the stairs. I pull these two together. Instead of wasting time fighting them separately, just work them both at the same time. And that's it. Thanks everyone for watching.